What's up, Tater Tots? It's your girl Tati, back at it for another video. And in this video, we're going to do our first video of 12 Days of Slay. Now, I have my notebook here. This is where I keep a lot of my ideas for, YouTube and all of that. And so, I was going through it, and I thought a really good topic would be my 6 months post-grad, because I'm almost 6 months post-grad, and by the time that this will be posted, I'll probably be 6 months into my postgraduate lifestyle. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And if you're ready to see a beat and get some info about college and post-grad life, then just keep on watching this video. So we're going to start this video off with eyebrows. I'm going to put my NYX Proof It on my eyebrows. And then I'm going to go into my Juvia's Place palette, the Warrior palette. And I am going to use Kano to fill in my brows. And my weapon of choice to do all of this with is the E133 brush from AOA Studios. Now I'm going to go in with just a little bit of my face powders at the tail end so that it can deepen up a little bit. I'm going to use this palette. Y'all know my Ruby Kisses that I love so much. Now I'm going to start on my face. I'm going to be using really mattifying products. So I'm going to go in with my baby skin to prime my face. This makes my face feel really smooth. Gives me a very good smooth base in the finish. It's clear, so I actually really like this even on no makeup days. Just to fill in your face a little bit to give you, flawless, poreless skin. I think that this does a really good job. Now I'm going in with foundation. I'm using D70, the color Cappuccino from CoverGirl. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. Dot that on my face. So I'm going to keep doing my makeup, and then I'm going to start trying to get into the chit chat part. I'm using 8.2 from the NYX Photogenic Concealer to sort of highlight my face. Just do that first layer of concealer and let it sit. While this is drying, I'm going to talk a little bit about just a little bit about post-grad and some other stuff, and then I'm going to try to make sure that I'm keeping up with the makeup and balancing it. But I think that it's important for me to give y'all my background in college. So in college, I was a very involved student. I was a member of at least like 5 organizations. My freshman year, I was kind of chill. I didn't really join any organization. I was like an honorary member of GMC. I was like I joined my second semester, but that was my only organization. Then my sophomore year, I started really getting more into GMC and just joining other organizations. And from then on, I was like in 5 organizations at a time. So I was really involved. My junior year, I participated in 2 pageants. I participated in the Miss Black and Gold and the Miss Prairie View pageant, which were both wonderful experiences. I was really into my academics too as well. My junior year, when I started becoming on e-board, I was on e-board my sophomore year, but on my junior year, I became vice president of 2 organizations, and that just took that to a whole nother level. But I still graduated with above a 3.0. So I still graduated with a 3.0. So my grades, I was still pretty involved academically and socially. We still went out to parties. You would catch me at parties, all of that. I was, I guess you could say, a well-rounded student, very much a busy bee. So when I graduated, by the time I graduated, I was just tired. I was tired because, like I said, I was in like all these organizations and I was doing all these different things. And I think that it comes a time where you just I'm using my high def brush from AOA Studios. That's an F8 brush to blend this out. But so something is in my throat, and I do not know what. Jeez. So while I was in school, my major was communications, and my minor was legal studies because that put me on the pre-law track. Now my plan was to go to law school, but I had went on a trip on a college tour before my senior year, and I found out that you didn't have to major in like pre-law and pre-med wasn't really a major. You just had to make sure you were on that track to go to law school. So you could major in whatever you wanted to, minor in whatever you wanted to, but as long as you were on that pre-law track, you were fine to do basically whatever you kind of please. And so that's what I did. I said, let me do communications because I don't want to be in politics and have to sit in those classes for 4 years because I was going to be a poli-sci major. I was like, I don't want to sit in those classes for 4 years and then do 3 more years in law school. I want to have fun with my major, still take my stuff for my minor, but still have fun. And so that was sort of my mindset going into school. This is the e.l.f. concealer, Camel Concealer in the color Rich Chocolate. And my senior year, I'm going to be real with y'all, not even my senior year, my junior year was when I really started thinking about, ooh, baby, our face is going to be snatched. My junior year is when I really started thinking about, okay, so what are you going to do? And I started really panicking and really like, if not law school, then what? If not grad school, then what? Then what are you going to do? That's when I sort of went through, I guess, my crisis. I feel like my post-grad depression started in my junior year because I think so ahead in life. Like, that's just me. So I was already thinking about all those questions and all these things before post-grad decision. So I was already panicking. I was already like, I'm a failure. I haven't picked a law school yet. I'm going to my Laura Mercier to set this. I haven't picked a law school yet. I haven't took my GRE. I haven't took my LSAT. If I was, because I want to take the GRE and the LSAT. And my plan was to go to either law school or grad school, whichever like the money took me. But to eventually go to law school in the end. Now, that was a cute plan in theory, but it wasn't realistic. It wasn't realistic. So I went through a lot of just soul searching and finding myself my junior year and even my senior year. And just figuring out what I wanted to do. And I still did not figure it out. After graduation, like I graduated and for the summer, I had a plan. I had it kind of figured out. I'm like, for the summer, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to do my teacher certification. I'm going to work. And then by fall, I'm going to be teaching. The end. Nothing else to worry about. Well, for the summer, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. For the summer, I actually did have a lot of fun. I did work quite a bit. It was a great experience. I did a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. But when fall came around, I didn't finish my certification. So I was like, okay, now I have to go back to work in this counselor job. Because I want to only have a part-time job if I'm not doing anything full-time or like in my field. I want it to be like kind of part-time or at night. So I'm kind of like, geez, out of luck right now. And I think that during the winter is really when I'm going to bronze real quick with my Ruby Kisses. I'm going to use this shade right here. And I'm going to use my AOA Studios F20 brush. And I just use my e.l.f. blush brush to put that Laura Mercier into my skin. Back to what we were saying though. So, before I didn't really think of post-grad. I didn't really hit a post-grad depression. It was more like post-grad humbleness. That's what I would always say when somebody would ask me about it because I just feel like it was a humbling experience. It's just taking everything and just absorbing it and not letting yourself feel defeated, still being happy. And all of those other beautiful things that you should still feel. I'm going to add a little bit of extra Laura Mercier powder to my face so that I can kind of bake while I'm doing my eyes. I'm trying to put it evenly, but it's setting how it sets. So I'm going to go in with this quad. This is the e.l.f. Tantalizing Taupe palette. It looks like this. This is the palette that I'm going in for my eyes because I want a very interesting look. I'm going to go in with the line brush. I said line brush. I'm going to go with the line color. I'm taking this Beige Cosmetics. I think it's the number 3 brush. It's just like a dome blending brush. And I'm going to put that on my eyes and kind of in my crease. I'm starting with that color because I'm not really doing too much with this look. So, back to what we were talking about though. Yeah, so basically I was having a lot of fun during the summer kind of. And for me, the summer, I kind of sped up like what happened during the summer kind of because the summer didn't really feel like anything for me. I don't know about anybody else, but it just felt like summer. And it just felt like I was working and like, you know, preparing for things to happen. It was really when fall came around and I was sort of still in the same situation and still there were things that I wanted that I still didn't have. I still don't have a car. Still don't have my own place. Still don't have a salary job. You know, and I'm already 3 months post-grad life. Why? Where is the things coming from? I need to pay bills. I need things that need to be coming in. I have things that I want to buy. And then I think something that played a big part is that when school started back, I went from working full-time to working part-time. So my checks definitely dwindled a lot. And I get paid a lot less than I did before. My hourly wage is a little higher because I just got a raise. But as far as like being able to pay for anything, girl, what? As soon as I get paid, there's nothing that I could do after that. Like, boom, I get paid. I help out my sister the tiniest bit, and then I'm done. And I think that when that started happening, especially after I came back from my cruise and I was still in the same situation, I did my cruise at the beginning of September. I was just like, Lord, help. What is going on? I'm taking a Beige Cosmetics blending brush and I'm just blending this out. This doesn't have any extra product on it. And so that's sort of where I am at. And really because so much stuff started, like, so much more stuff is happening. Like, my friends are graduating. My best friend's birthday was October. The end of October. And I didn't even get to stay with her the whole time because I had to get home before the bus stopped running. Like, come on now. I can't even go visit my friends if I want to because they live in Cyprus and stuff. Like, it's just a lot of stuff that I can't do even if I want to. And like, I see my friends going out with their new friends or like, not new friends because everybody get, I guess they're kind of cool before, but like, you know, different friends now. And it's like, I want to go out with y'all. I want to go places, but I'm just not in the same situation as I was before where we lived across the street from each other and I could just ride with shawty. Now I live across town from everybody else. And I live a good 20, 30, 40 minutes away from everybody else. So it just hits me different, I guess. And that's really when it started setting in. Really when I stopped, especially when I got like time cut back and I stopped being able to just afford stuff for myself. Like one of my friends, like I would be hanging out with her a lot. We hung out a lot, but it's like every time we hang out, she buying my food and she helping me out. And like, of course we're friends. So it's cool. And like we both been in situations with my friends where it's times where I've been down and out and they help me. It's times where they've been down and out and I help them. You know, like it comes back. But when you're in the moment of, dang, I'm really down and out. And in the moment of like, I'm a grown woman. Like in the moment of, I have a whole bachelor's degree. I'm a grown woman, a grown degree woman who can't even go out and feed herself. Okay, who have to eat. Like, it just takes me just so much. But I think what helps me a lot is thinking of it as a humbling experience. Thinking of it like, this is not meant to harm me. This is not meant to, God is not out for revenge or anything. I just need, it's just something that I need to experience. That's how I feel. I feel like, you know what? It's something that I need to learn from this. It's something that I need to experience. And it's something that, like, when I get my car, be grateful, because you could, at any moment, especially when I feel like getting cocky a little bit, God always reminds me, at any moment, all of that can get taken away from you. Where I place my value at, I think that is really important. I think that if I place too much value and too much purpose into different things, and that's what I've kind of been doing, that God, He gonna take it from you. And I feel like that's what we do sometimes. We place so much value in our degree, and it's like, what are you without your degree? You place so much value in your car. Who are you without your car? Who are you without these things? Are you still the same nice person? Are you still this? Are you still that? And I feel like that's what I'm supposed to focus on. So to put my faith in God and put my faith in, knowing that that I'm worth something outside of these things that I feel like I should have and I feel like I should do. Because I feel like a lot of my life, and I think that a lot of people would agree that a lot of our lives, we just focus on what we think should be. And we put ourselves on these imaginary plans of what we think life should be like. And that's what I still did. Even though I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. And I've grown from this and all that other type of stuff. And I still put myself during the summer, even though I was happy, I still put myself on the time plan. And I still didn't really say, okay, whenever God, like, I didn't fully trust in God. Because I'm like, if it was going to happen, it's going to happen by now. And I sort of started losing my faith in the situation. But God, He brought me back. He got me back, to earth. As always. I'm going to take this blending brush. Just from BS Cosmetics. It's like an angled kind of fluffy brush. And I'm going to take the base color from the e.l.f. palette. And I'm going to put that all over my lid. I think that that's a big part of, like, post-grad life. I think that a lot of post-grad life and a lot of life period, but especially post-grad life, is what you make it. And if you focus too much on what you think you should have, you're going to be depressed. Why is this one structured and this one all fluffy? That's my question. Back into post-grad life and sort of how it's treating me. It's treating me pretty good. It's not treating me as good as it's treating other people, but it's treating me pretty good. That's something I have to realize too with post-grad life. Comparison is the joy of all thief. The joy of all thief. I said that in my last video. Comparison is the thief of all joy. Literally. And I'm so serious when I say this to y'all. I'm not playing. It is the thief of all joy. Something that I was really doing to myself. Like, I am literally the only person I know that don't have a car. Literally, out of all of my friends. I'm one of the few with degrees, but at the same time, I'm still the only one that can't drive themselves to where they need to go. So, what good? That's how I kind of feel sometimes. And it's like, girl, you crazy. You have a whole degree. But it is like, what good a degree is if I still have to depend on other people for everything? And all my friends not 100% independent. But I like to be independent. And I think that that's the hardest thing to wrestle with, because you have this idea that when you graduate college, that everything is going to fall into place and everything is going to be perfect. And you're going to just be doing all the things that you dreamed that you would be doing. And that is not how life works. Just here to tell you that. That is not how life works. It's not that easy. It's not that simple. We would all like for it to be, but it's not like that. And if you have the idea coming straight out of college, I feel like that's gonna mess with your happiness. Honestly, it's gonna really mess with your happiness, because you are too busy worried about that than you are actually focusing on. It's too light. I was trying to see if I want to use this color, because y'all know, like, my colors to match a little bit, but no. Yeah, I feel like if you have that mindset, you're really gonna play your own self. You're really gonna play yourself and make yourself more mad about something that you don't even have to be that mad about. I think that it's good to have an intent, and I think that it's very good to have this purpose of like what you want to do. But I think that in having that purpose of what you want to do, just know that your life plans can change and just be okay with that. You know, just take it as a learning experience and don't get too caught up in that, and don't compare yourself to other people because you are going to be disappointed. There are people who do great after grad and there's people who don't do so great. It's fine. Just, I think, speak your affirmations and know what you want to do. Or if you don't know what you want to do, just have a plan of like, okay, I'm going to figure it out. And leave it at that. Don't get too caught up in all these, don't get caught up in too many things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Liquid Radiant eyeshadow from Nicka K and the color Titan, and I'm going to put that on my lid a little bit because I feel like this really, ooh, I might have put a little too much. It's okay. I feel like this really goes with my jacket, and I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to take a tiny bit of black from my Veg Cosmetics palette because that palette has one of my favorite blacks in it, and I'm going to take this e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm gonna put that black in my contours. Sometimes I look in this thing and I'll be like, I look in that monitor and I'll be like, girl, what in the world are you doing? And I really be self-conscious about how it looks in the monitor versus how it looks on my face. Like in person, because in person it might look decent, but if they don't look decent to y'all, then what was the point? Hold on, y'all. Because I'm going to go back in with that base color and put that over my lid. I was about to say something, y'all. Oh, my student loans are due. And they're coming up, and I'm having faith to believe that they're going to get paid. That is what I have faith and belief in, that I'm going to be able to pay my student loans. If you're not, you definitely can get them deferred. You definitely could talk to someone to get them deferred, and I would suggest that. Because we're not all going to make it on our feet right after, especially for me, because I'm not that person that went straight into grad school. A lot of people that I know are going, straight into grad school, going to, if they're not teaching, yeah, they're going straight into grad school, going into law school, medical school, PA school, all that other type of stuff, and really getting into that part of their life, and so they can get their stuff on hold. People like me, we got our loans coming up right there. And with that, I think that you just, again, don't stress out about it. Don't stress out about it. Just let the things that are meant for you to happen and meant to come into your life to just come into your life. Don't focus too much on it. And I think that post-grad life will treat you great. Get you a job. Make sure that you have some type of income coming in. Focus on what you need to focus on. If you're like me who didn't have, I did not have a plan. I'm just a floater right now. Like a lot of us, most of us are just trying to figure it out. Let's be honest. We're just trying to sit here and figure out what's going on with life and all of that. I'm putting on eyeliner now. This is the e.l.f. eyeliner. It's like $2. Dust this powder away. And then I'm going to take my Sephora Micro Smooth and put it under my eye. But let me dust this powder away first that we used to bake. Okay, now I'm going to go in and contour a little bit with that same Ruby Kisses palette. I'm going to use the darkest shade that's in there. I have not used my Juvia's Place Volume 2 palette in a very long time, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use Yara, which is this brown shade right here. And I'm going to put her on my cheeks. And she is a really cute shade. She doesn't always look like she's showing up, but she does. She shows up. And then I like to mix Yara with B because I just feel like those are really cute blushes together. And now I'm going to take this don't have nothing on it. It's just a multitasking brush from Real Techniques. And I'm just going to blend all of this in. Ooh, this would be a pretty blush brush. I think it's time to put on lashes. I most definitely think it's time to put on lashes. So this is the best I could do with my lashes. I truly don't know what's going on. Okay, Tater Tots, this is the final look. I hope that y'all enjoyed this chit chat. Get ready with me. I hope that y'all are ready for the rest of the 12 days of Slay. But before you go, because y'all know y'all like to click out the videos, make sure you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Because I put some work into this look. And I put some work into, you know, preparing all of this. Go ahead and share this so we can get more people into this potato family. And last but not least, now you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do. You gotta subscribe to my channel so you can grow with your girl. So you can grow with your girl. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it.